Hey, how's it going? I'm Mark. Thanks for tuning in. I don't know if you noticed, but I am actually growing stuff. Yes, it's been a little while, but who cares why? It's just been a while. But I'm here now, so life is good. Today's video is going to come to you in, I think, 3 parts, the first 2 being rather quick, the third one a little longer, but still hopefully concise. A real quick garden update, that is part 1. Garden definitely winding down. Fantastic garden this year. Really happy. Did have some watering issues again this year. Had a ridiculous infestation of tobacco hornworms. And despite all that, a wonderful crop of tomatoes and beautiful peppers. And they're still coming on, which is just crazy. I'm okay with it. I'm gonna let them go for a couple of weeks yet. As long as they'll go, I'm gonna let them go because I just love the peppers. Part 2 are my plans for videos for the rest of this year. I'm hoping to do at least a couple of more. I'd like to do one strictly on my watering issues that I had. I've really reworked that whole thing, and it deserves its own video because it is, for me at least, it's important. I also hope to do a video on my sensor project that the sensors I'm developing myself, as well as a video on that thing back there, which is basically just a roof over top of my reservoir, keep the sun out. And part 3 of this video is the guts of it, and that is a little box that I've been dealing with for the last couple of years called the Osmobot. Quick disclaimer, although I am not paid, I think at the end of my testing that I've been doing with these guys, I'll get to keep the device, which is in some way a form of payment. They're not paying me to do this necessarily, but just so you know, that's the thing. So I first heard of these guys in a video from Art Garden a couple of years ago. He just mentioned it in passing and when he was talking about building his devices. And I thought, that is really cool. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'd like to have. And so I got a hold of the guys at Osmo Systems. And in August of 2014, so just over a couple of years ago, I started working with them. What the Osmobot is a metering with lots of different sensors. But not just metering, but metering to the cloud. So you can access your meter's data from work or from wherever you might be, which is really, really cool. I want to talk specifically about some of the sensors, actually all of the sensors that are on the device. I don't think you're going to find another single device that's going to have 8 different sensors for your growing environment. In the nutrient tank, you've got your pH and your total dissolved solids, your standards, temperature, and here's a different one, nutrient level. So if you have a tank this high and it goes down halfway, you can tell on your control panel that your water is low and need to add some more, that sort of thing. Also, besides just the nutrient tank environment, you've got your environment. So air temperature, humidity, lux, which is light intensity, and PAR, which is another light reading that I just can't seem to get my head around. But that's okay, I don't need to. Lux is the one that's important to me. I believe in the future, once this is settled down, they're going to add a aquaponics version of this that will add, at the very least, I think, dissolved oxygen, so you can throw into your fish tank to know how much oxygen your water has in there for your fish, which is pretty cool. So how I use it, the really cool thing is it's not a spot meter. You don't just put it in and go, oh, my pH is 6.1, I'll check it later. This is full time, so it stays in your nutrient solution or in your environment, and you can check 24/7. I actually changed when I run my flood cycles and when I add my nutrient solution, because you can watch throughout the day as your plants eat, as your plants eat the nutrients, you can watch the concentration of your nutrient solution gradually go down throughout the day. You can tell when they're heavy eaters, when they're light eaters. Don't eat much in the middle of the night, but boy, do they gobble it up at 2 in the afternoon. If you're a data geek and you just like crunching stuff, you can, the correlations between the different aspects, really, really fun to take a look at and manipulate and figure out new ways to do stuff. Now, granted, this device is not for everybody. If you're just starting out in hydroponics, there's absolutely no need for this. This is for people who, I would say, if you're growing in a grow tent, in a 100% controlled environment, you're going to need to know if your humidity is high or low, if your light intensity is too much and you're going to burn your plants. And I think that if you're growing in a tent, that's when it really becomes essential that you keep better tabs on your environment and your data. Greenhouse growers, I would certainly think if you're a commercial grower, you would want environment readings from all over your greenhouse. You can have different 3 or 4 units throughout your greenhouse, and I think they all combine into one account, so you can just switch between devices and see how you're doing in different areas of your greenhouse. I do have some concerns. It is cloud-based, which means that your data goes to somebody else. Now, granted, it's not like it's a privacy type thing. It's just a matter of it's your data, somebody else has it. What access do you, what are the things that you can do with the data that they have of yours? And if the company, for some reason, were to go out of business, the servers get shut down, you now don't have any data in this device, for all intents and purposes, is useless. I don't see that happening, but it's something that you need to be aware of and think about a little bit. I certainly would encourage the guys over at Osmobot or Osmo Systems to think of a way to either allow the data to be displayed locally or to both write to the Osmo servers and write to a local server on my network somewhere. Again, these are things, geek talk things that most people don't even care about. They have a Kickstarter coming up in November, from what I understand. That'll let you perhaps get a hold of an Osmobot unit. I would certainly suggest, if you're interested, this dings anything in your head there, stop at osmobot.com. And lots of information there on what the device is, how it works, all the fancy whatnot. Pretty much everything I've said here, they do a much better job talking about on their website. So I appreciate you taking the time to listen to me ramble about it. And the reason that I have gone on so long about this and not just said, hey, I've got an Osmobot, check it out, is because I really do believe that this is a good product, and it's going to be very valuable for a lot of people that are doing hydroponics and geeky hydroponic stuff. I just really believe in the company, and if metering is what you're into and you need one, certainly look into these guys. Give them a fair shake. So my hope is fairly soon, who knows, soon could be a week, soon could be a month, I'll get some other videos out, a couple more at least, as discussed previous, and we'll see you then. But thanks for taking the time to listen to me ramble, and it was good to see everybody again. Wait, I didn't really see you, but you know what I'm saying. See ya. Holy cow, the geese are going. Right up there. 2. Well, whatever. Oh, goodness.